Education in Mauritius. I am Usha Guru and I will lead you to education in Mauritius. Before we understand the education of Mauritius, let's first learn about Mauritius. Mauritius is an island situated in the Indian Ocean and nearer to the southeast coast of Africa. Mauritius is a tropical island known for its three S's: sea, sand, and the sun. It is a multicultural island with a mix of Indian, African, French, Chinese, and many more heritage, hence having different culture living in peace and harmony. Education in Mauritius has lived several eras and it evolved during those years. The Dutch discovered Mauritius in 1638 till 1710, but there was no significance of any educational development. 1715 to 1810, French took over Mauritius and named it l'Île Maurice, and set up a traditional curriculum with subjects like math, drawing, hydrology, and science, modern and ancient history, as well as military classes. In 1810, British took over, changed the name from l'Île Maurice to Mauritius Island, and in the traditional curriculum, it kept all the subjects except military classes and added sports and games. In 1968, when Mauritius gained its independence, it set up a structured education along with free education opportunity for secondary and vocational tradition, balanced curriculum, equity of educational opportunities. After the country became independent, its education became one of the main preoccupations. Education of Mauritius is managed by the Ministry of Education and Human Resources. It controls the development of state schools but also supervises the private schools. Tertiary is maintained by the Ministry of Tertiary Education, Science, Research and Technology. Mauritius provides free education from pre-primary to tertiary level under certain conditions. And since July 2005, the government also introduced free transport for all students. In 2005, the government also made education compulsory up to 16 years old. The education system of Mauritius is largely based on British curriculum as it was governed by the British for a long period of time. Evolving after years, the government also started to invest in the resources in both human and materials. They started to train teachers and also provide free textbooks. In 2017, the primary school was known to 9 years schooling for a better proposed holistic development. Most schools in the past days were using traditional textbook, but in the 9 year schooling they introduced ICT, polytechnics, extended programs, and in 2018 there was an early digital learning program. Now there is an advocacy in policy to accelerate the adoption and creation of OER. According to the Ministry of Education, she reiterated that the government commitment to support OER internationally so that quality educational resources reach those most in need of them. Furthermore, she made mention of two programs that her ministry has embarked onto. The first one relates to the inclusion concept, which ensures that learners with disabilities have access to appropriate educational opportunities. Free quality education would be made accessible to all irrespective of their physical, economic, social, or psychological situation. The second one is equity, related which entails the student support program for lower secondary subsector. The aim is to provide free educational support to students after school hours so as to consolidate their learning. The flexible mode of delivery will enable the students to learn at their own pace and from home. Additional materials will be available to them, and the OERs, both existing and new, will be part of the program. Moreover, along with a dedicated website, full-time educators will be recruited to prepare materials that will be quality assured prior to online delivery. I think that to my great discovery that Mauritius is actually involved already in the open education and open education resources, and it's also considering to apply its policy. So that's a great initiative to start with because there are people that really need those kind of facilities so that they can enhance their education. And as far as now that I'm exposed to open education, I know how far this is important and how far people should be aware in terms of in the educational field. They should be aware of the term open and how beneficial it is to education. Thank you.